Where did our favorite baddies from horror movies really come from? Were they born with a grudge?
Helen, I came for you.
Or are they simply misunderstood? You decide after seeing these 5 disturbing origins of horror movie villains. This list does contain some spoilers. Number 5. Freddy Krueger. First introduced in Nightmare on Elm Street in 1984, Freddy Krueger could enter the dreams of others and inflict pain or even death. But where did all this begin? Freddy is the son of a nun who was accidentally trapped for days in a mental institution with 100 deranged patients. Freddy's classmates taunt him, and his adopted father is cruel to him. But Freddy accepts the rage.
Thank you, sir.
After nearly being convicted of the murder of 20 younger people, Freddy is released on a technicality.
With great regret, I must grant defense's motion to dismiss.
Angry parents decided to end his reign of terror. But 3 dream demons made a deal with him, and upon Freddy's death, he became the stuff that nightmares are made of.
We know what you want. I want it all! Of course you do.
Then open up.
And you shall be forever!
Now this vengeful ghost waits until you sleep, and Freddy seeks to satiate his psychopathic needs.
But I know where you're going.
Number 4. Danielle Robitaille. First introduced in Candyman in 1982. Legend states that whoever stands in front of a mirror and says the name Candyman 5 times, the undead soul will come through the mirror and end the speaker's life.
Candyman. Candyman.
The myth began in the late 1800s when Danielle Robitaille, the son of 2 formerly enslaved people, became a talented painter. But when he falls in love with and impregnates the daughter of a wealthy landowner, the issues begin in the town of Cabrini Green. Robitaille was soon tortured by a gang of men. They then covered him with honey.
See what it means to call me by that name.
Candyman.
He was stung to death by bees, and Robitaille uttered his last words.
Man.
So the legend was born, and there will always be non-believers.
And if you look in the mirror and you say his name 5 times, he'll appear behind you, breathing down your neck.
And I don't know why, but she said his name the last time.
Candyman.
She turned out the lights.
Number 3. Norman Bates. First introduced in Psycho in 1960. Norman excitedly finds his way down the stairs. He has a guest at his hotel. All of his life, Norman Bates, son of Norma Bates, was emotionally abused by his mother, who taught him that all other women could not be trusted.
No, I tell you, no. I won't have you bringing strange young girls in for supper. By candlelight, I suppose, in the cheap erotic fashion of young men with cheap erotic minds.
Well, a boy's best friend is his mother.
According to the 2013 television series Bates Motel, young Norman caused the death of his father as he protected his mother, though Norman couldn't remember it on a conscious level. The insurance money from the father's death was used to purchase what would become the Bates Motel.
Open your eyes. What do you think?
This is crazy, Mom.
It's not crazy. It's not. We're gonna run this place.
Years later, through his twisted mind, Norman was responsible for the death of his mother. But Norman could not let his mother go. This death was not the first connected to Norman Bates, and certainly would not be the last.
I hope they are watching. They'll see. They'll see and they'll know and they'll say, why, she wouldn't even harm a fly.
Number 2. Jack Torrance. First introduced to the big screen in The Shining in 1980. Jack Torrance is an unfulfilled former teacher who accepts the job as caretaker at the Overlook Hotel.
What line of work are you in now? I'm a writer.
He plans to spend the winter with his wife and child in the isolated facility.
When I came up here for my interview, it was as though I'd been here before.
The supposedly haunted hotel's tragic history and the former caretaker's murderous actions slowly affect Jack.
I'm sorry to differ with you, sir. But you are the caretaker. You've always been the caretaker.
There is also a group photograph hanging in the hotel dated July 4th, 1921, with someone who looks remarkably like Jack. And then the change occurs.
Finish my work.
Okay, I understand.
Whenever you come in here and interrupt me, you're breaking my concentration. You're distracting me. And it will then take me time to get back to where I was. Understand?
When his wife states they should leave the hotel, Jack insists he must stay to fulfill his obligations.
You mean just leave the hotel?
Is Jack quickly descending into insanity? Or is he simply the reincarnation of an earlier hotel employee, and he is already home? Number 1. Pennywise, or It. First introduced to the big screen in It in 2017. At first appearances, Pennywise, the dancing clown, has come to town to entertain. But his real mission is to feed off the fears of others, especially the most vulnerable. Millions of years ago, the evil shape-shifting entity It left the cosmic dimension called the Deadlights, found its way to Earth, and waited. It landed in the area that later would be named Derry, Maine. When the settlers built the town in 1715, the citizen Bob Gray appeared, and the feeding frenzy began.
You haven't changed their futures. Close your eyes if you don't believe. Close them and see.
For about a year, it consumes the fear of those easily manipulated and causes adults in general to be docile and ignorant of the obvious. And the disappearances mount up. Then, having its fill, it hibernates for 27 years. But when it returns, it comes back with the hunger. Which of these origins have you never heard of, and which ones would you like to see? Remember to like and subscribe to my channel and check out these other scary videos from Endless Perception Cinema. See you next time.